What is going on, kiddos? It's your pal Papa Joey from NeverGrowUpGaming here with another Ark Survival Evolved video. In this video, me, obviously a little bit different. You get to see my smug little face for a few minutes. You're welcome. First off, before we get started, just want to say, hey, hit that button in the bottom corner of the screen, and one of these bottom corners of the screen to subscribe if you like Ark, if you like video games, if you just want to support me and my family over here trying to turn $1 from 15 cents. I'd appreciate the love. We just crossed 750 subscribers. That's a huge big deal to us, for both people that watch and for the 750 subscribers. We appreciate that. Again, just hit that subscribe button in the bottom corner of the screen if you want to see more Ark videos similar to this one. Mostly usually just us messing up raids and poor man's PvP. The intent of this video, and don't mind the little tech pod here in the back. That's where like most Arkers, that's where I sleep while I watch my tribe log at night while I'm logged off, to see if you guys are meshing me. See if you're meshing me. Anyway, speaking of meshing, that's essentially what this video is about. It's one of the many things this video is about. PvP in the Xbox and Windows 10 world. And then my solution, my free solution that Wildcard is more than welcome to use. They don't have to pay me anything. They can always unban my main character again. That'd be great. That was inconvenient. No idea why I was banned, by the way. I can talk pretty fast. I lived in New York for a little while. We're going to talk meshing. We're going to talk duping. We're going to talk DOSing, banning, the appeals process, for sure. And then gameplay, just some gameplay stuff. And I'll have some video going on in the background that I've recorded, and some screenshots and stuff as we go, to further prove my point about what we need to do with the Ark PvP world. But let's talk meshing. Let's talk meshing. It's easy to talk meshing because it's been around since the day Ark was born. Meshing is the obviously ability to get into areas of the game world that are not really intended to be gotten into. The methods that are used to get into those areas of the game world. You can, in theory, build a base inside the mesh, and the majority of players maybe won't even know you're there. This is incredibly popular on 6-man because with only 6 people, it can be a little bit harder to survive off hours when people are at work or school or sleeping or playing Roblox or Apex, mostly. Not that my tribe would do that to me. It allows people to build in the mesh in locations that are not just hidden, but theoretically impossible to get to for the average player. Outside the barriers of the map. I've been at the very bottom of the map, and behind the redwoods, under the redwoods, under lava, you know, on the center, completely out of bounds on Extinction, which, by the way, was a new map that came out after meshing was a thing, and somehow it's still made it in. No big deal. $60 game. Hashtag. There's a fix to that that Wildcard put in play that prevents people really from building in the mesh anymore like they used to. It prevents mesh defenses to an extent like they used to. What about the people that aren't built in the mesh? We've stopped them from building in the mesh, so they must obviously build outside the mesh. Why is there still a meshing problem? It's because Wildcard doesn't know what they're doing. In exchange for being locked down from going into the mesh or from building mesh defenses, and mind you, totally maybe legal mesh defenses, the inability to do that allows people still to mesh. You can make a new account on Windows 10 or Xbox in about 6 seconds. I didn't time it or anything, but let's just, you know, being facetious. I don't think I really even know what that word means. Whereas maybe on the Steam version, I don't think it's that easy. I'm not sure. A person such as myself, not that I would do it, would be able to make a alternate character, to level that character up, run in a couple of drops or LE veins, and get my character up to level 85 or 100 in about, I don't know, 2 hours, and then running a boss fight for, you know, $10 or 20,000 bullets, which, mind you, if I'm a big tribe or a medium-sized tribe, I probably have that. So I can take those 20,000 bullets, $10, whatever, and run some basic boss fights, and that will allow me to get a lot of the engrams I would need to be able to mesh someone. There's absolutely nothing to stop an individual from doing that. To an extent, it's showcasing the inefficiencies of these systems, and Wildcard has a very large inefficiency where meshing, in the state that they are trying to combat it, cannot be fixed. You cannot continue to keep banning alt accounts thinking you are going to solve this problem. What's happening slowly but surely is individuals are all slowly starting to creep into everyone being a mesher, a duper, a dosser, etc. Everyone has one in their tribes. Everyone has someone that can take people offline and keep them offline. Everyone has a person in their tribe that can take a server down and keep it down. Everyone has a person in their tribe that has 1 or 2 or 3 alts. Some tribes all have alts. Your entire player base is now becoming comfortable and it's common. It's no longer a 4-letter word to mesh, because even large tribes that mesh meshers are absolute meshers and dupers. No matter how Mother Teresa they seem to be. Looking at you, Skynet. Love you though, you know, but you meshed us twice. Yeah. Today, present day meshing, we can do it. We can all do it. Crabs and kangaroos and racers and quetzals with crossbows and narcs before snow glitching, tapaharas, placement of foundations and climbing picks. These are all things that are still a common problem and have not gone away. And so what's happened is that those individuals that complained 6 months ago are now just jumping ship and realizing that, look, there is no moral high ground here within the community. Everyone does it, so I'm just going to do it too. This group of individuals who can get banned, who can lose their characters just for trying to meet up and keep up with the status quo. Long story short, because I can get all over the place, meshing is happening. It's still happening. Wildcard says they're fixing it. They've taken 2.5 years to try to attempt to fix this. Nothing has been solved with meshing, despite the fact that Wildcard would say otherwise. They've combated it, but it's a war that they've continued to lose and are losing. You can't spin it any other way. You can pretend to. Ced can get in Twitter and pretend to spin it. Community crunches haven't been good in forever. Sure, it's because they're making a new DLC. That's one way to cover up, is to continue to release new news and exciting stuff and ignore the fact that people are losing their bases and their time and their energy every single day in this game. And here's the thing is, and we'll talk about it later in the video, I know, I'm not a professional by any means though, but I know that it can't be fixed. You can't fix it. You're not gonna fix it. But we'll talk about that, and that's part of my solution in a little bit later. So anyway, so meshing, blah, 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 blah. Duping. Duping was a game changer because it allowed tribes, larger tribes who already simply just mesh for loot, to simply take that loot and recreate it. But large tribes are able to dupe tech suits with 1,000, 2,000 Dura tech suits. Duping has allowed players to, in large tribes, to get larger, get bigger, stay fat, stay fatter. It didn't help, by the way, Ced, that you said that the patch for the duping would be coming out later in the week. So that was really smart. Instead of just shutting down transfers, you just allowed all of us to dupe. Not all of us, but you know, the community, we didn't dupe. What's going to happen now is post dupe fix, is we're going to see an increase in meshing throughout the community. The good news is that those of us that can actually PvP, and you wouldn't know it from our videos, but we can a little bit, will probably be okay in those circumstances. Tell you what, no matter how good you are at PvP, and if you can't stay awake 24 hours a day, you're going to have a tough time. But whatever, wildcard. $60 game. Next, let's talk about DOSing. DOSing allows people to take servers offline or take people offline for a ridiculous amount of time. I know that they'll say, you know, if you're a player and you get DOSed offline by someone, just to refresh your IP and then renew it and everything will be fine. I've had tribe mates get DOSed offline, call their internet company, get their IPs refreshed, get back online to server, have that individual see them log into the server and still take them offline. I'm not saying I know how it's done. I've just seen it happen. There was a large alliance on small tribes that intentionally held a new Valguero server offline for days while they were waiting for the Windows 10 update to hit, because the Valguero Windows 10 update was delayed by a month or so. So they purposely held the server offline for days. I think almost a week or so. That's what people can do with this game. And frankly, that's unacceptable. That I can go onto a server and attack somebody, and if I get the upper hand, those individuals can DOS the server offline in hopes that they will get us off our tames, kill us, loot us, or 2, reset the server 15, 20, 25 minutes ago in hopes that we weren't in their base, or we didn't destroy their Jenny, or we did not kill their tames, and then give them the chance to set something up. We've all experienced it, we've all witnessed it, we've all had a part of that. I've had videos that I've uploaded and I'm currently uploading this week where the countermeasure to us getting the upper hand was to DOS the server offline. Those videos are cut from 3-4 hours, 6 hours of video, and you know, it's really hard to try to find 10 or 12 minutes of entertainment with videos that we make, unfortunately. So anyway, that's DOSing. If we can just talk about banning real quick. I respect it. I think it's a horrible idea. It's obviously not working. The banning process is a joke simply because there is no appeals process. The appeals process that I'll post videos and clips of here currently that you have, Wildcard has for the appeal, is nothing short of, oh no, yeah, you did it. Eat ban. You can still play on Daddy. You'll see here in some of the screenshots and stuff that I have that I requested proof of why I was banned. Your technology must have something that would say so-and-so was in the mesh on this server in this place at this date and this time. And I'd love to see that information because I record all of my sessions. I'll request that information from Wildcard, and 3 times in a row my ticket was closed automatically without a response. The next time I requested it, I was told that 1, eat ban, 2, we're not replacing ownership in your tribe. That sucks. You're short a person now. And then when I replied the very next time and said, look, I need to know the specifics of where I was banned so I can provide you proof of why it was not justified. I was told if I kept submitting tickets, I would get banned from Survive the Ark, banned from submitting tickets again. And never once was I explained why I was banned. Tons of individuals have probably gone through this process. Many of them obviously deserve to eat ban. Some of them may be in shoes like mine where like I wasn't in the mesh. And there's some significant inconsistencies through Wildcard with that. You know, if we had mesh defenses, for instance, on a server, you know, was every tribe member in that server, in that tribe that was part of mesh defenses banned? If that was why we were banned or why I was banned, not everyone in my tribe that was on that server got banned. There is no real appeals process, and I can't imagine how many appeals are coming across their desks. But that's not, anyway, I mean, I think that's self-inflicted. You know, when you create the system you've created, that you're gonna have that kind of a problem, and you know, hire more people, get some interns or something, free labor, whatever you gotta do, outsource. Because you can't go hop on a Daddy and get the same exact experience that you get on officials, for good and for bad. There's really no experience like Ark Survival Evolved. But there's no game out there that allows you to tame dinosaurs, breed color mutations, breed stat mutations, PvP, build in the world, travel to other servers, travel to other game worlds, interact with the community, socialize, build tribes, inside, steal, lie, deceive, like Ark Survival Evolved does. It's really unfortunate that it's not being taken care of with delicate hands. The faster that we can pump out DLC and create new content to cover up the inability to fix the content that we already have is unsatisfactory. Just like this new DLC is gonna be broke, but guess who was one of the first ones to buy it? This sucker right here. You know, and there's tons of us that did, and you know, we're gonna be there playing, hoping that it's better, hoping that, you know, it's not as bad, and hoping that the content creates enough of an experience that will overlook the fact that meshing, duping, DOSing is still the biggest thing in Ark and not the content. Because here's the thing, in about 2 weeks, Valguero is gonna get opened to transfers. And those of us that haven't been there or haven't been there a lot are gonna be able to go and take all this dupe stuff to Valguero, and all those tribes are toast. They're all toast. All those players are done. And you're gonna have more angry people. And as many people as you gain from your new DLC here in about 2 months, you're equally gonna lose from the Valguero maps when they all get wiped by tribes like us. And it's just gonna even itself out. If anything, you're gonna be worse off. The other issue you have is just overall gameplay. I have trimates on Xbox One X's and trimates on OG Xboxes, Xbox Ones. And let me tell you that if there's a base with more than 8 or 10 velos in it, my Xbox guy is getting crashed offline. If there's a base that we're going to fly a Desert Titan into, my Xbox guy is getting crashed offline. It takes my trimates on an Xbox One X a good 2 minutes to load into our base. On PC, I can do it in about 30 seconds. It's unacceptable that the game cannot be experienced to the fullest on an Xbox One. You'd have to have an Xbox One X, and even then, the experience is not what it should be. Now, mind you, that's just with graphics and textures and etc. On Windows 10 Play Anywhere, we're gambling at any point in time. If I log into the server, if I'm going to see textures, rocks and trees and bushes, there's a good chance I'm not going to see it when I load into the server, and I'll have to re-log in. Because otherwise I'm just flying around and running into invisible walls that are really large rocks or trees. And that's a constant, even till this day on Xbox. I'm sorry, on Windows 10 Play Anywhere edition, or whatever. On the Windows 10 version of Arc. And the other thing that doesn't stop either is the constant disconnects. I think those of us that are in large tribes know that if we log into the server, the other tribes on server are going to be like frustrated and upset that now they're going to lag for a good 10, 15, 20 seconds. In some cases, long enough to take the server down. It's another technique used by a lot of large tribes during raids or when their server's under attack to just spam join the server. We get it, that's a part of the game, but the lag and disconnects shouldn't happen. You'll see in a clip here where I'm coming around the corner to pick someone off a wyvern during a fight, and literally seconds before I pick him, the second before I pick him off his wyvern, I disconnect. As soon as I disconnect, he goes and kills my griffin and tries to kill me, as you'll see. But it's just, I disconnected. No one else disconnected. It's just, there's always something happening in this game where, oh, my black screen, oh, my blue screen. So the gameplay is great. On one hand, two hands, is great. But on the other side of things, there's some frustrations. If all there was these frustrations, and no meshing, duping, and dosing, I think you'd find your player base to be a lot healthier. But it's hard to deal with all of the above. It's hard to deal with meshing, duping, and dosing. Oh, and random disconnects. Or not being able to get on my dinosaur. All these weird things that would be more tolerable if it wasn't for meshing, duping, and dosing. It's not just meshing, duping, and dosing, but your inability to combat them effectively. Hey, I know we can't fix this stuff, but man, check out this brand new map. It's dope. And it is dope. And it's fun and it's great. But we're gonna get underneath it and we're gonna mesh people, and and then when people come and try to raid us, we're gonna DOS them offline. It's gonna lose that new car smell, that new car luster, really quickly. And so anyway, so meshing, duping, dosing, obviously that's the thing. Most of us already know that stuff. Honestly, the people that are watching this video, both of you, probably already know that kind of stuff. And the one solution I have is just stop trying to fix it. Turn it off. Turn off mesh detection. Stop trying to fix mesh detection. Stop trying to fix these holes in the mesh. Duping, awesome, great. Flood the server with metal cliff flats. Go for it. Go to town. I want them everywhere. Mesh away. Build anywhere you want in the mesh. I can go in the mesh. You can go in the mesh. What's the problem? Let's all just go build in the mesh. That's fun. I tell you what, release a dinosaur. I want to go as far as this. Wildcard. Now you got to pay me. Wildcard, go out and get us a dinosaur that can travel through the mesh. I want a dinosaur that I can walk up to a wall and just teleport in that sucker. I just want to be in there. I want to be able to go in and under and above and outside. I want to go outside the world barrier. I want to see people built on top of the world barrier. Let's do it. Why not? Turn it into the Wild West, because you can't fix it. So let's embrace it. Embrace the fact that you can't fix this. It's trash, it's garbage, and just put it out there. Be like, look, it's not fixable. I'll tell you what, guys, mesh detection's off. Here's this dinosaur. Here's this tool that allow you to find people in the mesh. Here's this tool that allow you to travel into the mesh. Kill barriers are all down. Good luck and Godspeed. And just let us go to town. Release your 2 new updates. They're going to be fun, I'm sure. They're going to be creative, I'm sure. They're going to get meshed and duped out. Something's going to happen. But my solution, my big fix, is just to turn it all off. Turn off your mesh detection. Who cares about duping? Dupe away. You know, if you already fixed it, whatever. Someone will figure out a new way. Don't even fix it. Just tell the community just they're stuck with it. But then stop punishing them. Release all the banned accounts. Let people get all their accounts back. And tell people just go to town. Do your mesh defenses. Don't punish folks for showing meshing on streams. Let's do it. Let's do it on YouTube and Twitter. Let's do it on YouTube and Twitch, Mixer. Let's go in the mesh. Let's show techniques. Let's show how to find these boys in the mesh. No one's safe anymore at that point. And I think that's really the solution, because the longer that we pretend that you're gonna fix this game, the more your player base suffers. Literally every interaction I've had or attempted to have with Studio Wildcard has been disappointing. I've asked Ced 3 or 4 different times on Twitter for proof of a ban, proof of my ban, proof of my ban, why am I banned. I've notified him countless times about duping and meshing, and I've never got any responses. So for my Discord peeps, for my Facebook peeps, you know, I think the solution is just to open it up. You know, let's all go to town. You know, catch up or get out, and survival of the fittest. Either which way, that's my idea. That's my story. That's my philosophy. I think that if we just made it the Wild West, open it all up, we'd all have a lot better time, a lot more fun. Blow the whole thing up. Yeah, like that. Like you know, like you know, I'm John Connor, sent back in time, right? To just to blow up Skynet. You know, I'm just. You know, I know in like T3 or whatever, I think it was T3 where, like, you know, they go to blow up Skynet and they realize that no matter what, Skynet still does its thing. That's kind of not the point, but or that scene in Dark Knight where the Joker gives those 2 boats, you know, and they have the key with the bombs and stuff, and they twist the, you know, they push the button and then the other boat blows up and it's like, right? I'm that guy. I got it. Give me the bomb. Give me the box. I'll twist it. Give me the box. I'll twist it. That's it. That's my solution. No charge for you, Studio Wildcard Ced. Get in my DMs, bruh. We can kind of figure this out together. I'll give you all my great ideas. They're mostly in this video. Hit that subscribe button if you're still sticking around. If you made it through that video, I got some more good videos coming through with the normal PvP, the normal nonsense, me dying usually. Stand by for more games, more updates, more new stuff, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace. Peace. Take care and peace. That's what that was. That's embarrassing.